talks have kicked off between the US and China in Alaska, meantime, where Washington is demanding that China end its economic pressure on nations such as Australia. Joe Biden is warning that the relationship between the two nations depend on it. Michael Ware is our US contributor and former war correspondent. He joins us now live from the US. Michael Ware, good to see you. There's a lot of people coming into bat for Australia at the moment, the United States, even a bit of the UK in its review of foreign agitators. What do you make of this? Are we a middle power turning into a superpower? Who knows?
Oh, well, sadly, I do know that. You know, we struggle to keep punching above our weight as a middle power. So there's no chance of us becoming a superpower. But yeah, look, you know, the muted response that we've had from others has been great. But what really has counted is the Biden administration saying, stop messing with Australia's trade or we, America, have nothing to talk about. And we all know there is plenty to talk about. And the Biden administration promised on the campaign that it would be just as tough on China as Trump was. Well, today, militarily, we see that begin. The US military chess pieces have been put in place, and they're now presenting what the Americans very undiplomatically are calling a list of demands to the Chinese. And put it this way, Australia is very much involved in all of this because we've learned that America first is America alone. And as the American commanders say, that does not deter China militarily. What will deter China is allies, 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 a string of allied forces that can work together, shoot together and fight together. And we are part of the centrepiece of this new strategy.
Yeah, it seems so. And Michael, it's really interesting because we heard from Kurt Campbell this week. This is essentially, you know, Biden's man in the Pacific and our gatekeeper here in Australia, it seems. And he's essentially said, we'll give Beijing nothing until Beijing starts playing nice with Australia. That is really something.
It really is. And it certainly is, you know, it's consistent with the tone that the Biden administration intends to take. But for them to step out like that, to put their head above the parapet for Australia, is a significant thing. It's a you know, we should be, you know, extremely grateful for that. But we also should understand it's them being very strategic as well. I mean, we are part of the anchor of their alliance program. So America needs to come out of the blocks and make sure China knows it's going to be tough on anyone who threatens its allies. And Australia is one of those. Put it this way, Australia is almost a ready-made forward staging post for the US military in any conflict against China. So it's good to see that the Biden administration is using us and putting us front and centre in the redrawing of this new relationship.
And it certainly is a redrawing. Everyone thought that Trump was so strong on China, but it was in America's interests. And Biden's administration seems to be broadening that out, not just tough on China for the interests of America, but indeed, you know, the coalition, the allies as well. Now, Michael, we never have enough time, but I believe that you've either been vaccinated or you're getting your vaccine today there in the US.
Yes, well, I'm a very happy little camper. I just had my first vaccine shot. So I've actually got a new spring in my step. And I feel quite privileged because I know back in Australia there's not many available and it's hard to get elsewhere. But here in America, the vaccinations are really picking up steam. Well, I'm halfway there. So already I'm getting set to fight the coronavirus. Couldn't be happier.
You look rough and ready. I mean, not rough. You look wonderful and you look ready, fighting fit to fight the coronavirus. Absolutely, as always. Michael Ware, great to see you.
It really does give you a vote of confidence. It really does. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, I'm glad. Well, our rollout begins on Monday. 6 million Aussies eligible. So we'll see how that goes. See you soon.